Hello yoga friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and this is the 31-day yoga challenge. This is day 4. Today's theme is all about twisting. We're going to be utilizing the themes of openness and balance and groundedness that we've been exploring throughout the past few days, but just adding a little bit of a twist or asymmetry to them. You may want to utilize one block or a thick book, sturdy Tupperware, anything like that throughout your practice, especially if your hips or lower body is feeling a little bit tight today, but not necessary at all. And as always, there is a playlist linked down below. I'm updating it every day with new music if you like to listen to some tunes while you practice. So without further ado, let's get started here in Sukasana, easy pose. Fluttering the eyes closed or taking a soft gaze. Bringing hands down to the knees, palms down for some grounding energy, or palms up to harness some energy from the universe. Evening out that breath, in and out through the nose, deep into the belly, coming into the present moment. We'll begin our practice by setting an intention. Anything that comes to mind is wonderful. And if nothing comes to mind, you can always use this one. I will not worry about things I cannot control. I will not worry about things I cannot control. And whatever intention you chose for yourself today, begin to inhale that through the nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra you may have brought onto your mat today. Let's take that one more time, inhaling through the nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra. And returning to your even breath, knowing you can always come back to your intention throughout practice or perhaps throughout the rest of your day today. On our next inhale, we're going to flutter the eyes open and also bring our arms out to a T here. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing the left hand maybe on that right knee. Option to gaze over the right shoulder, making sure the shoulders are down and relaxed here. And you're sitting up nice and tall. Let's stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, come back to center, arms to a T. And exhale, twist to the left, bringing that right hand onto the left knee, if that's comfortable. An option to gaze over the left shoulder. And 2 more rounds of breath. And next inhale, come back to center, arms to a T, and exhale, float those palms down to the knees. Inhaling, pressing the belly forward, looking up to the sky for seated cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding through the spine for seated cat. Let's take that twice more, inhaling to cow. Making sure those shoulders are down and relaxed here. And exhale to cat. Really beginning to connect breath to body. And on your next inhale, gently coming back up into Sukasana. And let's find our way into a tabletop position here. Knees directly under hips, wrists directly under shoulders. Let's inhale that right arm up to the sky and exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left shoulder, bringing the right side of the face down onto the mat, maybe extending that left arm forward. For thread the needle, we'll stay here for 3 rounds of breath. And if if your arm is extended, let's go ahead and bring that left palm underneath the left shoulder as we inhale that right arm up to the sky and exhale right palm down back into tabletop. Inhaling the left arm up to the sky and exhale, thread that left arm underneath that right shoulder, maybe extending the right hand towards the front of the mat for thread the needle on the opposite side. 3 rounds of breath. And if you have that right arm extended, go ahead and bring that right palm underneath the right shoulder and inhale that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, back to tabletop. Let's flex both feet, maybe walking the palms a bit forward and press those hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling through the feet, generously bending the knees, making sure shoulders are down and relaxed, neck is nice and released, eyes of the elbows pointed towards the front of the mat, and all 10 fingers spread wide. Let's stay here for 2 more rounds of breath, maybe exploring some organic movement or breathing in stillness. And on your next inhale, let's inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet and gently step forward, exhaling to forward fold at the top of the mat. We're going to stay here for 3 rounds of breath in our forward fold, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, wrapping the peace fingers around the big toes. Whatever feels good here in this forward fold. And on your next inhale, let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time into Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms down by the sides, palms facing the front of the mat. Let's take 1 round of breath here, really grounding through all 4 corners of both feet. Next inhale, let's inhale those arms above the head. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. From this forward fold, let's place our right palm in the middle of the mat, bending through that right knee. You may want to utilize a block here by placing that right palm on a block or a mat. And then inhale that left arm up to the sky for a twist. So your left leg is straight and your right leg is slightly bent. 1 more round of breath here. And next, exhale that left palm down to the mat as you inhale that right arm up to the sky, placing a nice bend in that left knee, straightening through that right leg. 1 more round of breath here. And next, exhale that right palm down to the mat, back into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step, hop, or float back. Flow as you so choose. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Let's stay here for 2 rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, arms overhead, and exhale, sit down in Katasana, chair pose, feet together or hip width distance. Let's bring hands to heart center here, making sure shoulders are directly above our knees and we can see all 10 toes. From here, on our next exhale, we're going to twist to the right, perhaps bringing that left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee, but that's okay if it doesn't go there. And then exhale that left foot to the back of the mat for revolve side angle. Let's stay here for 2 rounds of breath. Maybe opening those arms. And next, exhale. Let's bring both palms down onto the mat. Bringing that left foot just a little bit forward, placing the whole sole of the left foot on the mat, left toes pointed towards the top left corner, setting up for warrior one. Inhaling, arms overhead, keeping a bend in that right knee. We're going to then straighten through that right knee. Exhale, fold over into pyramid pose. Bringing that left palm either on a block or just on the mat. We're going to inhale that right arm up to the sky for revolved pyramid. 3 rounds of breath here. Making sure that left sole of the foot remains on the mat. If it is lifting, you can either utilize that block or prop, or move that left sole of the foot in just a little bit more towards the right foot, meaning closer to the front of the mat. And next, exhale, let's lower that right hand to the mat, bending through that right knee. Inhale back to warrior one. And let's exhale, cactus the arms down, looking up to the sky. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, both palms down to the mat. Step that right foot back, flow as you so choose. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath here. Evening out the breath. Next inhale, let's inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, arms overhead, and exhale, sit down into Katasana, chair pose. Hands to heart center here. Inhaling into Katasana. And then exhale, twist to the left, maybe hooking that right elbow to the outer edge of the left thigh. Once again, inhaling here. And exhale, that right leg to the back of the mat. For revolved side angle, option to open the arms or keep them at heart center. Let's do 2 more rounds of breath here. And on your next exhale, bringing both palms to the mat. Let's set up for that warrior one by bringing the right sole of the foot flat onto the mat. Right toes pointed towards the top right corner of the mat. And inhale, warrior one, keeping a bend in that left knee. And then straightening through that left leg. Exhale, fold over for pyramid, bringing that right palm on the inside of that left foot, maybe on a block or a prop, and inhaling that left arm overhead. 2 more rounds of breath here. And on your next exhale, exhale that left palm down to the mat as we bend through that left knee. Inhaling, arms overhead, and exhale, cactus the arms down. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, palms to the mat, stepping that left foot back, flowing as you so choose, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Next exhale, let's lower onto the knees and then find our way to a seat on our bums. From here, we're going to bend through that right knee, crossing that right foot over the left. Option, if it feels okay, to tuck that left heel towards that right glute here. If it doesn't, just keep it nice and straight here. Wherever you are, let's inhale both arms to a T and exhale, twist to the left. Bringing that right elbow onto the inside of the right thigh. Option to gaze over that left shoulder, making sure both shoulders are down and relaxed. Staying here for 1 more round of breath. And next, inhale, come back to center, arms to a T. And exhale, twist to the right. Bringing that left arm or elbow to the outer edge of that right thigh. Option to gaze over the right shoulder. Next, inhale. Inhale back to center, arms to a T. And then let's untwist those legs, bringing them straight out, and just flutter the knees. Before coming to stillness, bringing that left foot onto the outer edge of that right thigh here. Option to leave that right leg straight out or tuck it in. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down and relaxed. Inhale, arms to a T. And exhale, twist to the right, bringing that left elbow this time on the inside of the left thigh. Option to gaze over the right shoulder. And one more round of breath here. And next, inhale, come back to center, arms to a T. And exhale, twist to the left, bringing that right arm to the outer edge of the left thigh. Option to gaze over that left shoulder. And next, inhale, come back to center, arms to a T, floating those palms down. Let's uncross the legs, give them one more little shake, and then flex both feet. Reach those arms towards the front of the mat and exhale, roll all the way down onto the mat. Inhaling both knees into the chest. And then bringing the arms to a T on the floor. From here, we're going to exhale both legs over to the left for a nice supine twist. Making sure the right shoulder remains in contact with the earth. Option to gaze over the right fingertips. 2 more rounds of breath here. Next, inhale. Bring those knees back into the chest and exhale both legs over to the right, making sure the left shoulder remains in contact with the earth. Option to gaze over the left fingertips. Really slowing down here, evening out the breath. And next, inhale, bringing those knees back into the chest. Maybe grabbing onto the shins, or maybe even the outer edges of the feet, coming into a happy baby. We're going to stay here for about 3 more rounds of breath. Maybe rocking back and forth, or just breathing in stillness. You can even straighten one leg and then the other. And then on your next few rounds of breath, moving into your Shavasana for the day. Maybe taking a traditional Shavasana by straightening the legs down, bringing the arms out by your sides, or maybe palms resting on your belly or heart. Adjusting any clothing or hair that might be distracting. And scanning the body for any tension you can exhale. And allowing yourself to stop being a human doing and just be a human being. I will let you know when it's time to come out of your Shavasana. But for now, simply rest. You are welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But if you'd like to close out class with me, begin to bring awareness back to your breath, introducing some movement into your body, maybe by wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling through your wrists and ankles, maybe taking a good morning stretch or bringing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice hug. Whatever wakes the body back up. And then gently rolling onto one side for a fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow, keeping your knees bent. And on your next inhale, gently pressing your way back up into Sukasana, easy pose where we began. Maybe keeping your eyes closed or in a soft gaze, bringing hands to heart center. I want to thank you for coming to practice today and sharing your energy, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll close our class with the sound of Om, inhaling through the nose deep into the belly. Om. And bringing thumbs to third eye. May the light and love in me recognize and honor the light and love in you. Namaste.